There are so many questions about where to live on the west side of Portland, like Beaverton, Hillsboro. So this video, I will discuss every single one of those neighborhoods and cities. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Ray Wilkey with the Real Agent Now Group right here in Portland, Oregon. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to learn everything about Portland, Oregon, working, eating, sleeping, living, playing, start now by subscribing to this channel and tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. Honestly, we get so many phone calls, emails, and text messages about the west side of Portland, and we absolutely love it. If you're even thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in the Portland Metro or Southwest Washington, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to the Portland Metro. All right, so I live in this area on the west side of Portland, and we get so many questions. Honestly, people want to know how close it is to downtown, where's the best neighborhoods. I'm going to bring up a map here in just a few seconds, and I'm going to talk about all the areas on the west side of Portland. This is going to give you the best understanding possible of these areas and see if the west side is a fit for you. So I'll talk about what's going on, where the new construction is, where all the restaurants, shops, bars, and just all the newest neighborhoods. So in order to do that, let's just jump right into it. Let's get to the map. I will bring it up, and there it is. And the first thing I wanted to show you, downtown Beaverton is right here. There's not a lot of living right here in downtown Beaverton. But the directions currently right now is 16 minutes. It's 7.7 miles away from downtown Portland. It's 9:55 a.m. in the morning on a Wednesday. So you can see, there's a little backup here on 26. That is so normal. That happens all the time. You can't see it on the map, but that's actually going downhill into downtown Portland. But I'll tell you the trick. There's actually 3 lanes on that highway right there on 26. And if you stay in the middle, you will cruise past all the cars, and right at the end for Jefferson Street, that's where I go, is you get into the left lane to go downtown. So there's a secret tip that shaves a couple minutes off your drive. If you flip this real quick, I'll show you. Right there, it's 10 minutes from downtown out to Beaverton. So the traffic's really non-existent coming out to Beaverton. So in the mornings, 7:30, this is going to change. But like Jesse talks about, he's been in the city his whole life. It never really gets over 30 minutes unless there's just a brutal accident. But if you use Waze or Google Maps or anything, it's going to tell you to go a different route because of the wreck. All right, so the other thing I wanted to point out, because a lot of people ask about our transportation, Murray, this thing's loaded up with buses. There's buses all along here. I mean, there's a lot of buses around, the west side, and that can get you to downtown. But the max right here is the Sunset Transit Station. I take this all the time, so I drive up, park here. It's free to park, and then it's literally like, I don't know, 15, 17 minutes. You go right along 26. You actually go in a tunnel right here, which is amazing. And you can get out at the zoo. You'll be in a tunnel. You can pop out right there, and then it comes out through Goose Hollow and right into downtown Portland. And, we come here all the time, 15, 17 minutes. So if you can get to the Sunset Transit Station, you're really close. Now, the max comes all the way into Beaverton. It runs up to Aranco Station. So you'll see that, you'll see it right and go through Aranco, Hillsboro. So you do have options if you stay up in, this area. And a lot of people will take, a bus up to the Sunset Transit Station because it parks you right there, and then you hop on the max. Anyways, let's discuss some areas. This is downtown Beaverton. And when you think of Beaverton, that's kind of the west side of Portland. There's really no living downtown. You'll find living just south of it. This is called Central Beaverton. This is older houses, mid-century moderns. You'll find bigger yards. If you have younger kids, there's not the greatest elementaries. There's pretty good schools, but it isn't the best, and it's kind of older neighborhoods. But if you want more of a yard, bigger space, and even possibly like RV parking, boat parking, that's a good location for that. This is Murray. This is a huge arterial road, and on this side, the west side of it, is when you get to the better schools. This is Sexton Mountain here. This is probably going to be homes in the 80s, 90s. So, bigger homes and good schools. But I want to, this is like the main downtown Beaverton area. There's some, shops, restaurants, all that stuff here that's starting to grow. There isn't really a downtown scene. But if you go just north, this is Cedar Hills. This is really popular living. It gets a little more expensive up here, but there are brand new restaurants, shops, bars all over in this area. There's Kingpins, which is like a giant bowling alley, arcade, and it's really cool. We take the family there all the time. So Cedar Hills, you know, there's not as much living as you see. It's kind of smaller. Really good, you know, schools. If you go up north, this is Cedar Mill. This is where our office is. Jesse talks about this all the time. There's a lot of new construction going here in north. There's Bethany. This is where we see most of, you know, the people for Intel and Nike moving to. Top-rated schools, little more expensive. There are 3-bed, 2-bath, you know, townhomes, a lot of them there that you can stay into the 300s, but most of all, it's going to be newer construction, you know, 500 plus but a really good home. And then they have a lot of new construction going up north of it. $600,000 to $800,000, you can start getting into your 4 to 5 bedroom custom houses with giant vaulted ceilings, open floor plans, quartz countertops, like custom homes. So if, you know, that's a really good option. And this is actually, you know, you start getting in this northern part of Bethany and Cedar Mill. It's really close to downtown, so it's not a bad drive. Another area we get a ton of questions about. Here's Hillsboro. Why is Hillsboro important? You know, it's an older part of town, but there's Aranco Station. This is all brand new walking right here, and as you can see, here's one of the Intel campuses. So Intel is out here in the Hillsboro area. There's 3 campuses out here, so giant, you know, commerce out here in infrastructure and jobs. Very high paying jobs. We did a video on Hillsboro. It's actually the most affordable city in the state of Oregon because of such high, you know, paying jobs and low home prices. So right down south of here, Aranco Station has actually, if you're looking for apartments and stuff, there's a bunch right there. We, you know, don't work with apartments. Unfortunately, we can't. But there's also all this south of it. Brand new construction, really nice neighborhoods, packed full of families, good schools. And then you have this main TV highway right here that goes all the way into Beaverton and then, you know, into basically Portland. And you will find this whole new project right here. Again, in that video, we flew the drone up. You're seeing it right now. You can see, I mean, they're building thousands of houses right here. There's going to be all new elementary schools, all new shops. This TV highway is packed with shops. So, you know, this is all brand new coming. There's really nice golf courses right here. I love playing. But it was like an older part of town that's really gentrifying. One of like the sickest skate parks that I take Big Hank and my daughter to, you know, is right up here. So it's really starting to grow. Now inside of that, you have this area. So here's downtown Beaverton. You know, Nike, the world headquarters is right here. So you have Nike world headquarters, and you have all the Intels, and you have a lot of other big tech companies coming out here. Top Golf is up here. So this is just absolutely exploding, and you're going to find more affordable, brand new construction homes, especially in this project right here. And I know I'm going fast, but I just want you to have a general sense of these areas. But Aloha, this is kind of an area you drive through, and you'll find some houses and yards there that are just tore up, maybe cars in the front yard. Now it's starting to clean up because it's in between Beaverton and Hillsboro, which are 2, you know, areas that are just absolutely exploding. So I do see in the future, you know, a lot of these houses being bought, cleaned up, and you're seeing it now. But you will go in here, and there's kind of some not dicey areas. Like nothing's really scary. I'd go through there all the time. I used to drive for my job right through there, and it's not like scary. It's just an older part of town that, you know, some people just didn't take care of their yards. You'll still see it a little bit, but really good opportunity. Maybe if you're, you know, not able to afford that, you know, more expensive house, this is going to be probably your best bet right here in Aloha. And I would definitely think that with the emergence of Beaverton and Hillsboro, and literally look at this project right here is right next to it, exploding in new schools, your home values are going to, you know, really go up. So good opportunity in Aloha, but, you know, as of right now, there's some areas that, you know, still are a little scary. Okay, so I talked about basically Beaverton, Bethany, Cedar Mill, Hillsboro. This is, you know, a big giant area here, a lot of commerce. That's why we see so many people moving out here. This is all just beautiful farm country, wineries. So you're really close to, you know, that gorgeous scene. You can see all the mountains, you know, here. But let's go south. This is all Beaverton right here until you get to this road here is Shoals Ferry. This separates Tigard and Beaverton. Brand new high school right here. This is Mountainside High School, the top technological high school in the nation as of right now. Amazing, really good elementary schools. This is Bull Mountain right here. So it doesn't show it, but that goes straight up. There's a big mountain, so if you want views, that's a great area right here. You're going to find a lot of bigger homes. I mean, up into the $1 million range, but you can also find your 3 and 4 bedroom detached homes in here. They're going to be a little more expensive price, starting in the low 400s, and they'll need a little work. 500,000, you probably get something really, really nice, and you're in top school districts. And you have Progress Ridge, as it says right here. 60 plus shops, restaurants, bars, movie theaters, New Seasons, Ace Hardware, everything you need within walking distance. There's Blue Star Donuts. I mean, it's just endless. So there's a lake right there you can fish at. There are 3-bed, 2-bath, townhomes, a lot of them there that you can stay into the 300s. But this place is absolutely exploding. I will be honest, I live here and I love it. So I'm not, obviously since I love here, I'm saying that, but that is the reason why we don't have to go anywhere. Like, it's amazing once you embrace it, how much you have. And right here, is Roy Rogers Road. So this goes down to Sherwood, which is, I'll talk about in a second, but literally you drive this road right here, all farm countries, wineries, pumpkin patches, Christmas tree farms. We got our Christmas tree right here. It's in the middle of farm fields. It's unbelievable. So you're right next to all that nature and wineries and farm fields, but yet you're in the town. This is an urban growth boundary. They can't build there. But if you want new construction in this area right here, South Roy Rogers Road and the Shoals Ferry, boom, thousands of new homes going right here. I saw, and I've talked about this a few times, in the upper 200,000s, there are new condos, new townhouses that you can purchase that are, the ones I saw were like 3 level, and they're all like 9-foot ceilings. You're going to have nice like quartz countertops, really open. I think they're amazing, and for under 300,000 is a great deal. But basically, I mean, there are homes in here up to 800,000 as well that are going to be just absolutely custom and beautiful. 462,000. I went in there the other day, was a 4-bedroom, I think 2.5 bath house with 9-foot ceilings, quartz countertops. So, 460 to 500,000, you could get into a brand new custom home right here and be in top schools. So this is just a really, really emerging area right here that's just blowing up. And they're actually now, the urban growth boundary I talked about, they're starting to build more right here by Tile Flat. Now let's move over. Bull Mountain again is the, you drive up and over this mountain to get to 99. Houses all in there, really, really pretty. Tigard, there's a downtown Tigard scene, little strip, but there's really no living around it. The best Tigard living is, over in here. This is all considered Tigard. The Tigard High School is really good. If you have kids in sports, youth sports, I do all the Tigard football leagues, soccer leagues. I think they do an amazing job with their sports. Their high school holds all the flag football games and stuff. It's really awesome. Tigard is. So I'm not going to say too much about it because it's a lot like this area. There is some new construction pockets, but King City was an area that was literally all, it was just, retirement communities. There's 2 little 9-hole golf courses right in here that we go play. But yeah, it was known as like the retirement community, but now there's some like really sneaky pockets of nice homes. We just got a client in there and to a 3-bed, 2.5 bath. And I can't remember the price, but it's in the 300s, and it's like a big detached, actually it was a house, for a screaming deal. So there is a lot of opportunity in King City as well. And then you have 99 that gets you, if I zoom out, right to I-5, which can get you to downtown. It's going to be a little bit longer of a drive, but at the same time, it's definitely doable. But if you're working on the west side, I mean, you can take all these back farm roads to up into here. So the next one is Tualatin. This is very green, lots of parks. This is the Tualatin River. As you can see, it kind of carves through all these cities. So there's a ton of parks. It's more affordable, and you also have the Bridgeport Mall. I don't know, there must be 100 different shops, restaurants, bar in Tualatin. It's a very awesome little area. It's a kind of a hidden gem, but the Bridgeport Village is like an outdoor walking mall. It actually has an IMAX theater in it. And then right here at the edge on I-5, there's your Cabela's. So, I mean, there's really a lot to do. It's really pretty. You'll find some of those older neighborhoods with giant old growth trees. So that's a really good area. And the last thing I want to touch on, the farthest away from downtown Portland, is Sherwood. Sherwood is starting to see a lot of brand new construction right here. Roy Rogers comes down, and then about right in this area is the brand new Sherwood High School. Now, this will be the largest high school in the state of Oregon. It is absolutely Amazing how big it is. We did a video on this as well, so you can see it. But Sherwood is where you're going to find probably the most affordable homes for your money. If you want that, stretch that dollar out to 4 or 5 bedroom, Sherwood is going to be an incredible option. But getting from there to downtown Portland, it's quite a ways away. You're backed up next to here to all this wine country, beautiful area, but it's a cute little town. It's got, its library, it's got its little coffee shops, got some bars, restaurants. So you're not far from Tigard, Tualatin, or even Progress Ridge, so you get to use those too. But Sherwood, especially if you want more room, more yard, all that, that's going to be probably your best area. So that's where I wanted to kind of stop it. So we did like the major western part of the city here. But honestly, it's difficult to find your perfect spot, but that's what we're here for. We get so many calls and emails, and we absolutely love, when people ask us about these areas, and then we give you a tour of these areas too. So please, if you are thinking of moving, relocating in anywhere in the Portland Metro, even the Northeast, Southeast, or Vancouver, Washington, we cover it all. You've got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to Portland, Oregon. And until our next video, we'll catch you later.